Kris Hanna, Mayor of Marion, reporting on the council meeting this week. It was a big meeting with the budget being considered and passed for the coming year. We ended up with a 4.64% average residential rate rise. Of course, that will vary for individual properties depending on the value of your property and the properties around you. Look, we were about fifth in order of lowest of metropolitan councils last year. We've probably slipped back a bit, but we are building a lot of things and construction costs have hit us hard the last few years and wage rises. But we are providing a lot of good things. And one of the things we've focused on is $1 million additional for fixing problem footpaths. Now, it's come to my attention because a lovely lady came to see me last year with terrible injuries from tripping on one of the council footpaths. She probably won't work again. Now, I know these things happen and it's mostly just terribly unfortunate. Council can't make every footpath flat all of the time, but we did an audit of footpaths last year and found that there were over 2,000 footpaths that were 20 to 50 millimetres raised one over the other. So that's certainly enough to trip over. And whereas there was a plan to have them fixed over 4 years, we're applying this $1 million to get them fixed in the coming year as much as possible. So we're trying to do something for those flatter footpaths. Also, we discussed the community and youth grants, which of course benefit a lot of local clubs. With the youth grants, the Plimpton Athletics are getting a high jump mat, and there are also lots of other clubs that are benefiting, like a girls cricket program run by the Adelaide Cricket Club at Glandore and various other sports clubs as well. Quite a few focusing on the mental resilience of young people as well, so it's great to see that. In terms of our community grants, they're so varied, the different people that get these grants. The Edwardstown Photography Club, Food Bank, which is a great charity situated in the Marion Council area, and many, many more. And finally, we also discussed the thorny issue of Abbeyfield House. This is a legacy issue whereby Marion Council for decades has owned a residential property, and it currently houses a number of adults with intellectual disabilities. Marion Council has thought that the whole arrangement would be better if an organisation focusing on disability accommodation owned and ran the property. At least that's one of the options, apart from continuing to lease the property to someone or hand it to the state government. But we couldn't come to a decision at the council meeting this week. A few months ago, we thought we had an in-principle agreement with the state government for an arrangement which would have guaranteed the rights of the tenants who were there at the time, but it seems to have fallen away, and over the last month we haven't heard from the state government. So councillors decided to put it off for 2 months in the hope that the state government can formulate a position and we can work with them to get a solution, as we've always wanted a solution that will guarantee the continued tenancy of those special people who live at Abbeyfield House. So a big meeting, the budget's out of the way, lots of goodies there. If you have any questions, just phone the call centre or contact your councillor or the Mayor. Thank you.